Hey, what's up here? Steve Nixon with StrategySamurai.com. So I thought it would be fun today to go through my Facebook newsfeed and actually look at the ads that are happening there and talk about the good stuff that's happening and the bad stuff as well. You'll see a lot of copywriters, a lot of marketers will make just horrible ads. And Facebook is a fairly easy platform, at least to get started, not necessarily to get good at, but at least to get started. So you'll see just a bunch of crap ads where people lose money on there. So hopefully you'll learn a lot from this video. And if you're seeing some of these mistakes or you're actually doing some of these good things, you do a lot more of the good stuff and a lot less of these mistakes. Okay. So just real quickly about me. I am a professional marketer and entrepreneur, run millions of dollars in ad spend. So my money has absolutely been on the line, in terms of making sure my ads convert and I'm talking to the right people. So everything I'm about to say here is literally just lessons learned from being in the trenches. So let's get started. All right. Very first ad we come across, Bloomberg Businessweek. Okay. So not a great ad. Not going to grade out. We're going to talk about why, and they're making classic mistakes. So like I said, when you're going through this, I bet you're probably making a couple of these mistakes as well. So first, let's talk about the good stuff. There's really only one or two good things in here. Okay. Copywriting 101, scarcity, right? Getting people to take action because if they know they can get the same deal, 20 days from now and it's not an emergency situation, they're going to hold off a little bit. So they write limited time offer. Okay. Does it say ends today? No, that would be even better. Or ends in 1 hour. That would be even better, but it says limited time offer. So they're trying their attempt at scarcity. Okay. The other thing is they've got this kind of, slash out, normally $814 and now it's $499. So they're implying some sort of deal there. So those are the good things. I always like to start with a positive whenever I'm coaching. Now, let's talk about the constructive criticism, the things that they're doing wrong. Okay, let's look at the actual copywriting that they're using on this particular ad. Bloomberg.com and the information have partnered up to bring you the complete business package. Okay, cool. Very first thing, they have an actual link here to Bloomberg. Okay, and this, if we click this, let's actually click through the landing page and see what's going on. It's the very first thing here, okay? And look what they have. They don't take me to a landing page to actually buy. They're just taking me to their front page of their freaking website. Huge mistake, right? There's no actual opportunity to buy there, right? Maybe if I would scroll down there and I see this, whatever, but there's just tons of confusion. I see all kinds of different stuff here, right? So they're basically bringing a blue torch to their money literally in the very first word of their thing here. Okay, so cool. Bloomberg and the information have partnered up to bring you the complete business package. Now, just so you know, this is a retargeting ad. I visited Bloomberg very recently, but I haven't visited the information very recently. So they have irrelevant information in the very beginning, and they're bringing me to a place that I shouldn't be going. Now, Bloomberg and the information have partnered up to bring you the complete business package. And then, the creative of the ad, the complete business package, they show, an image with a computer, and here's the kind of call to action here, right? And then again, the headline of the complete business package. Now, they're making a huge mistake in terms of really understanding the archetype of why people would want to subscribe to Bloomberg. Okay. Who is their customer avatar? Is it business owners? Is it people who like to read financial information? Is it people who are wealthy? Is it people who are entrepreneurs? Is it just people who like to read news, right? So, for example, let's say they're trying to specifically target people who are business owners, right? Or who are trying to grow their business. So a potentially better headline would be say, read the number one source for news that the top 100 billionaires in the world read, right? Or get access to the most read magazine or newspaper of billionaires in the 21st century. Something along the lines where there's benefit driven and there's something that, oh, wow, I want to be like them specifically. Okay. But the complete business package, what is that? It's just a generic term. Okay. This could be used on anything, the business package. And this is for Comcast, for subscribing to, internet services. It could be the business package for catering. It's just an overused term, and there's nothing unique that would get me to try to do it. Now, A couple other classic mistakes. Coloring. All right. So Facebook's branding colors are blue and white. And look what this ad, it's blue and white. It blends, right? And this is just such a classic rookie mistake. They should not be happy with whoever designed this particular ad because it just blends right into the newsfeed, right? You want to have opposite colors, something to grab people's attention, because you have to remember that outside of me, who's literally on Facebook to analyze ads right now with y'all, but most people are not on Facebook to view ads, right? They're there to look at grandma's vacation pics, to argue politics, look at cat videos, waste time, right? So ads are they're designed to kind of like grab people's attention away from other activities. They're not there to actually do that particular thing. So having colors that just blend in is a classic rookie mistake, so they definitely want to do that. Now, another thing is that, this is a retargeting ad. So it means that I saw their offer, or at least I visited their website initially. You think I'm ready to spend $500? Do they know where I am in their funnel yet? Right. If they were tracking me properly, and they should, right? If they don't have good tracking in terms of, their analytics, they'd see I've never actually visited any of their sales pages where I've just read some articles on Bloomberg.com. Should you offer me a $500 offer, right, in a low margin business, for example, like news, right, when you can get subscriptions to all kinds of other stuff, New York Times for like $10 a month or something like that, make it an irresistible offer. A lot of times Facebook is about customer acquisition, especially if you have a product or service that people really want to stay in, right? Give me a free trial for 60 days, make it $1 for 90 days, or, $1 for 30 days. And then, $10.99, after that, you have to know the exact numbers of your business, but make it a low barrier, irresistible offer, at least for where I am in the particular funnel. Okay. Again, this is just kind of bad copywriting, the complete business package. They're using the same language here, give me more reasons, more benefits, more emotional stick points, more ideas to get me to click over and at least check out what's going on. Right. But it's just a repetition of the same thing over and over again. Okay. Now, some people say, oh, well, we can save money if people don't click on this, then, we're putting the price here. And if we don't click on this, then it'll be cool, right? I won't pay. But that's another rookie mistake, because Facebook, you pay CPM, which means, cost per milli, which is basically every time an impression happens, you're paying for it, right? So do stuff to get me to click over, to show me benefits in there. Another final mistake here, and I realize I'm ripping this apart. If the people who hired the the marketing company who ran this particular ad for Bloomberg, my apologies in advance if I got y'all in trouble. But I want everybody watching this video to learn the real stuff, right? Sign up, okay? Again, I'm top of the funnel. Maybe not very, very, very top, but still pretty early stages. Do you put a call to action of buy now right in the beginning? Have like a learn more, right? Now, as an aside, there are times where sometimes just no button at all converts better. And this is something you need to be testing as well in your ads, But if you were going to do something, especially because where I am in the funnel, just click learn more, have a button there, learn more, or, no button at all, but sign up is a little too fast there. All right. So we ripped apart Bloomberg's ad. And like I said, this landing page is absolutely abysmal. No good. I mean, it's cool. It's Bloomberg. It's their homepage or whatever, but it's just, as far as taking me directly to an ad, no go. All right. Back to our feed. Let's look at one more ad. See what we got going here. Bada bing, bada boom. Dan Henry. Okay. Dan Henry is a very good copywriter. And although I've never visited Dan's page before, he's advertising to a little bit of colder traffic. And it's helpful to know where somebody are, in terms of where your funnel is. So I'm fairly cold, right? So let's look at the very beginning here. I explained the biggest mistake course creators make in this video. Once I stopped doing this, it doubled our online education business. Okay. Really good copywriting. Shout out to either Dan or whoever wrote this particular ad. So the first here, okay, copywriting at its core is about benefits. What's in it for me in terms of, your avatar, what's in it for them, right, when they're viewing it, and also pain removal, which is also benefit driven, but it's the opposite side of stuff. Okay. So we look at this first this first sentence here. I explain the biggest mistake course creators make in this video. Okay. Once I stopped doing this, it doubled our online education business. So this is pain removal right here. Biggest mistake. Hey, if I watch this video here, I'm going to learn how to stop making mistakes. Okay. That's interesting, right? Once I stopped doing it, I doubled our online education business. Well, he understands his avatar, right? Who doesn't want to double their business? Well, everybody wants to double their business, right? So he's calling out very specific removal of pain and increasing of benefits right here. All right. Now let's continue to look at the ad here. Let's look at the video here. Okay. So video is also seems to be really good. So right away, see that attention reset? Let's look at this. Let's pause this for a second, even just from the beginning. Can you see how this is opposite colors from the Facebook newsfeed? We got black, we got red, right? It's basically if we, I will turn off the sound here so I can keep coaching you guys. It went right into my headphones, but see all those like bells, pops, and whistles that are going on. It's resetting of attention. Boom, boom, boom. Fast graphics, right? This catches people's attention. It's a good thing. Now it's got to be an engaging video, right? But just from a catching of people's eyes, it's a great video in that particular way. Okay. And I'm sure as he goes through the particular video, it talks about benefits and they continue to reset attention, right? But it's just getting you to, stop scrolling, looking at cat videos. There's a picture of Hillary, whatever it is, there's somebody's talking about whatever, and then all of a sudden, boom, this video pops up. Wow. Okay. Now let's look at his actual, his headline here. This is how to start and grow a profitable online business. This is copywriting 101. Okay. How to, right? Great stuff there. Okay. How to start and grow a profitable online course business. Now, if he's calling out course creators, and there are a lot of course creators, right? Definitely people who want to start and grow a profitable online business. This is a perfect message. So let's actually click through. Okay. Let's look at the landing page and let's see how Dan did. Okay. And boom, there we go. So actually I want to look at this real quickly as we're looking at that. So there we go. So Dan's appearing in the video. He's doing a lot of hand motions and, he's engaging and he looks good on video. It's filmed well, right? So we get a sense of who he is as it's going along. And then if I click through, notice there's what we call the sniff test. Okay. What is the sniff test? Well, a couple things. First of all, look at this headline. How to start and grow a profitable online course business. And what's the headline here? How to start and grow a profitable online course business, right? I'm surprised by the amount of people who make a mistake. They have a headline and an ad and they don't use something very similar on their actual landing page, right? They already clicked through. They're already interested in this. They've shown you, hey, I want to learn more about this. Continue to show them the same type of stuff. Help them understand this is the same thing, right? If I clicked over to this, how to start and grow a profitable online course business, and it said, how to grow your lawn care business in 30 to 60 days. Wait, there's a kind of distance there and I'm going to click away, right? But they already know that I'm interested in that. So this is what we call the sniff test. Another thing from a Google standpoint is we have Dan's image in the actual video itself. Of course, he's appearing on it. And there he is again inside this actual, inside the actual image here. Okay, let's keep going. So this is cool because it's cold traffic and very no cost training for aspiring course creators. I think that's cool because sometimes people get a little confused. They think, everything's for sale online, but when you're doing kind of like lead generation webinars, some things are actually free in the very beginning. It's about warming people up. Okay, cool. Yes, we'll watch the training now. And again, he's, reassuring them that it's free, right? Seating is limited to 110 attendees. That's BS. That's not true, right? Webinar software is infinite. So, whatever, Dan, I guess I'll leave that alone. But anyways, so he's got a button here. It's nice and clean. Yes. Watch the training now. People click on it. Let's continue to look. We'll click on it in a second, but note this training is not for everyone. This is another, slightly more advanced copywriting technique where you exclude, and as a result of exclusion, you're actually including, right? Because you're telling people, you do what's called the disassociative technique, right? Which is, saying, hey, it's not for people who are slackers, losers, people who are unmotivated, make excuses, whatever. This is what we call the exclusion, and then people say, well, I'm not a slacker, I'm not a loser, I'm actually someone who does take action, whatever, right? And so you're actually getting people to think, hey, it's more in the associative technique of this is actually what I want to do, right? Yeah, there we go. Classic. I haven't even read it yet, but Dan's using it. This training is only for those who are hardworking, realize that success does not come easy, and are willing to put in the work when the problems arise, right? Very few people would say, well, listen, man, actually, I'm lazy. Most people would think associative. They think positive about themselves, right? So this is a way of actually increasing conversions through this dissociative copywriting technique. Now, this is the good stuff. Now, in terms of a couple things I would have done differently if I were Dan, I would have had a couple more buttons in here. A couple more places. I would even have had another button below, right? Maybe a couple more pieces of, copy, couple sentences here, and then maybe another button in the end. It's the same thing with email copywriting where, most people click the first link, but if you don't have multiple calls to action inside an email, a lot of times people click the PS, right? So you want to have more than one call to action. So Dan, if you're watching this, buddy, hit me up. We can redesign your landing page, but yeah, that's pretty good. I want to do one other thing here. I want to do what we call exit intent. And that basically means when I go to scroll away, it's going to track my mouse. And if he has the right software set up, it should come up with a little light box that gives me, another hook or another angle to get me to enter my email in or go to the next step in the funnel. So let's see what happens. Let's test this out. Ooh, no exit intent. Okay. Yeah. So that's another mistake. That could actually give him a 10 or 15% lift just on the landing page, especially if it's a good call to action that happens, pops up on the screen again and gives me another, benefit or social proof, something to get me to, keep moving in that particular funnel. So let's actually click on this. Let's see what happens. Cool. Yeah. And then we go to typical squeeze, a little low, right? I would have actually had this a little higher because, on certain devices, this could end up being low. We don't know what's below it, what's actually happening. So I would raise this a little bit higher. This is cool. We do not tolerate spam and never share your email. It's not the Jedi way, a little friendliness there. So anyways, Dan did overall, just said with the particular ad, the ad is 10 out of 10. No question about it. Landing page is like an 8.5 out of 10. Jedi. Bloomberg people, you got like a 3 out of 10 on the ad. And then on the landing page, you got like a 1 out of 10. I would be really, really, really surprised if you're making any money on this ad. It's just, like I said, you're basically lighting money on fire. So anyways, there we go. 2 particular ads. We could continue all day, but hopefully you picked up all kinds of tips and strategies as we're going through these particular ads. If you're making these mistakes, you're going to be making your ads soon. Think about all the stuff I'm talking about. My name is Steve Nixon again. I'm with strategysamurai.com. If you haven't visited the site yet, I share all kinds of marketing tips, ad creatives, copywriting, retargeting strategies, you name it, everything under the sun when it comes to entrepreneurship and digital marketing. So please make sure you stop by the site. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at strategysamurai.com. Thanks.